Hello viewers, you are welcome to my channel. In this video, I will discuss the topic on worries, and I say worry, the giant killer. Worry, the giant killer. We want to find out this issue of worry. People will say, I am worried about this, I am worried about this, I'm worried possibly how to pay my school fees, I'm worried about how to pay my house rent, I'm worried that I have no job, I'm worried about how I'm going to pass my exams, I'm worried of one thing or the other. So worry is an integral part of human life. So we want to look at it. No, you don't just have to joke with worries, because worries one way or the other affects your mental health. And you know that in this video we are talking much about good mental health. So that is why we have to develop some slots also to look at worries. So why do people worry? What is worry? I said that worry can be explained as feeling or cause to feel anxious about an issue. Feeling or cause for you to feel anxious about an issue that may seem threatening to you. And a situation that may seem threatening, you are anxious about it, anxiety comes up, or fear to cause problem. That such a thing, you are fearing that such a thing may lead to problem, may cause a problem, and so you are worried about that. So that is actually what we are talking of, worries. We want to look at that, and how is it a giant killer? Worries can bring about a lot of things in your life that can bring about a lot of problems, emotional problems in your life that may actually lead to some other illnesses that are psychosomatic in one's health. So let us look at that. I want to say that if this is the first time that you are coming up in this video, I will want to encourage you, please go to the subscribe button and support us by subscribing in the button. Click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell there, so that whenever we load some other videos, you will also be notified. Like in this one now, we have part 1 and part 2 and maybe a part 3. As we get response from people, we may need to upload some other video to answer areas of concern of people which we are not covered. So let's see, when we look at what causes about these worries, we could say that advances in knowledge, as we have it now, in science, in technology, governmental structure, managerial structure within the society, things are changing. This makes the society very complex and complicated, and as such brings about pressure on individuals. The society is complex, but you have a lot of people with different characters, we have different situations. This put pressure on people and cause people to worry. So there is a shift from the simple local or village structure of life we have to this urban structure that as we have it today in many places, that put pressure on individuals. The urban structure put pressures on individuals, and people are put into pressure as how to meet a lot of things within the society. There are a lot of challenges ranging from how to pay bills, how to pay school fees, what of job, good job, what of being fired in a job, what of your business, fear of the business collapsing. And some people coming this time or the other asking for one tax or the other. You just want to looking at this, how do you make ends meet? So this brings about worries in our life, and they are gradually eating down our health. This thing may cause your lifespan to reduce. What? Because of worries bringing about a lot of emotional problems, poor mental health, may eventually develop to some psychosomatic illnesses, that may eventually get complications in your life. So let's look at this issue of worries. I'll say that people are concerned. Let us look at certain issues. People are concerned about insecurity in the environment. In that urban area, there are insecurity, and people are concerned, how do I avoid bad people, evil people in the society? You are not sure of your next door neighbor. You are not sure of those you meet along the road. Though many people try to keep to themselves in certain things, but but at times it doesn't solve all the problems. Worries may these troubles also may come down to your doorstep or even bring fears to you. You know how we are human beings, we are concerned, so we have to get worried about some situations that are not palatable, or some situations that we fear that will bring troubles in our life. Another one is the issue of coping with time. For some people, it seems that time is not enough for them to handle issues at hand or handle their problems. And for others, it will mean that they don't know what to do with the time at their hand, how to effectively use this time. And if time is not effectively and properly used, you can run into losses. You can use your time wrongly, and before you know it, you've run into lot of losses, maybe financially or otherwise, that may cost you. It may be that you just find yourself getting engaged with a bad company, and you know what it means. Maybe you being convicted with some other people, and before you know it, you've suffered. Assuming now, before you know it, because you are in a wrong place at the wrong time, you are convicted with some other people, and you find out you eventually go to the prison to sentence, and then you go to prisons, maybe serving jail sentence of 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 5, or even if it's 6 months. You see, you have lost time, you have lost plans, you have lost possibly some things you would have accomplished. So this could also bring about worries. How do you manage your time very well so as not to fall into problems that may get you into trouble? Then some lack information and worry about how to get things right. You may get wrong information. There are many people here and there offering information here and there, and some of this information are not really. The information may just be there to exploit you or to bring about your failure and cause trouble, and you may even enter into scam. In the social media, all of them, they are offering you quick ways of making money just to get you, and before you know, they say click, put this, and then before you will click, put in some money, hoping that you get something better, only to find out that you have been scammed. That money has been stolen from you. So there are people that are just around like that. Trust becomes difficult. And whom do you trust? It becomes difficult. Since many are proving themselves to be false, truth and integrity becomes a very scarce and valuable commodity. To find a person of truth, to find a person of integrity, person that you can rely on, a person, assuming now you have a shop, you have a business venture, you can hand over such a thing to the person and go to sleep, or go to somewhere and come back without saying, what is this person doing? How is he managing my business? Is he scamming me? Is he turning things upside down? And possibly when you come back, you will not get the right report. Truth and integrity becomes very scarce and a valuable commodity to get the right person. So all these things brings about things to worry of in your life. You may think that it's not doing something in life, but this thing, first of all, is depriving you of rest. You need rest. You need to comfort yourself. You need to sit in a peaceful atmosphere to plan. If you have that mind, your mind scattered up and down, thinking of this, thinking of, you are not settled. This thing has a way of eating down one's life and affecting your mental health. So I said that more than before, there is greater challenge even in the field of human understanding. There is a greater challenge in the field of human understanding, especially as it affects individuals. Those in that area of human understanding, they really have to do more. There's greater challenges, complications in human behavior affecting the society. Um, it is important to study the environment very well so as to see how we can help others. In all these things, counselors will also do their best to see how they can help out as you consult. You consult some professional counselors, they will be able to help out. Some other counselors that are in the spiritual aspect, some pastors or religious counselors, may also be able to provide help to you from their own point of religious view. However, having somebody that is a professional trained counselor, a pastoral counselor that is professionally trained in psychotherapy, as well as that can bring in spiritual resources into into helping you in psychotherapy, could be of added advantage in terms of helping you. You possibly the counselors could help you on how to manage and cope up with challenges in the environment. Another is that people also are worried concerning their family, their immediate family, their children, their relations, spouse, and husband and wife, the relationship, or even with the in-laws and others, and the family circle. Some worries can come up, especially in training up children. You may be surprised, you may see one or two of your children start to develop some maladaptive behaviors because of those they encounter outside. You start to feel that, look, oh, these your children that you've labored, you've invested on, are slipping off your hand, coming up with some deviant behaviors. And these things could make some parents to feel very bad, especially as you are advancing in age. The children you have labored for, you now see them get out from the path you felt that you put them in the path of truth and righteousness, and they are just getting into a path of being a hooligan in the society, having mixed up with bad people. Such worries could really harm you so well that for some, they may so worried that they want to worry unto death. So issue of worries is something that ought to be handled. Then at the financial level, we have the fear also, fear of dropping from one socio-economic economic status down onto another. You feel that you have that level of status in the society, and possibly because of loss of job, because your business is going bad. Also, there is that drop. Possibly the tendency or the threat from the economic environment, that possibly there is depression and things are going down. You start to develop some worries. How do I cope up with? These are my responsibilities, and things are not going fine with me. How do I cope up? Another important source of worry like that could affect your mental health. Then, let me just talk of also fear of death. Fear of death. So, be that as it may, it could be stigmatizing to some people. Fear of death. For some people, there's that fear. They don't know where they are going, even though they may want to put up one bold face or the other, try to drink some alcohol, try to move around to or use some drugs to stimulants to make them feel that they are high. But somehow, when they come to themselves, they might be having this fear of death. What happens after this? Where am I going to? So that could be source of worry to some people. However, from my own experience also, I also know that once relationship, if you have a good relationship with God, it can always bring hope in your life to knock out fear. The faith you have in God brings hope into into your life, and then this helps you to overcome fear of the unknown. So it means that this angle of the spiritual that will also come in handling certain fears, whereby your pastoral counselor, that's a faith-based counseling psychologist or religious counselor, may also be able to assist you, except you have of the class of people that say that they don't believe in God, that they are atheists. But if you believe in Him, I could see that drawing up some spiritual resources could also assist you in the issue of fear of death. Okay, for example, as a Christian, I know that Jesus Christ promised, saying that I am going a place, I'm going to heaven, and after I will come and take you, so that where I am, there you will also be. It's a beautiful word of encouragement for us, the Christians, that those who we are following, as encouraged us as he's going, he will come and take us. So we have a place, we have a hope, we have somewhere we are looking on to. So it could be in some other regions, they may have such teachings also. But whatever it is, I want to emphasize that in whichever one, it's important that you avoid evil. Evil will always bring you sorrow. Evil will always bring trouble onto you. Rest of mind. It doesn't matter how you try to put on a bold face. Look for righteousness. Avoid evil. Try to live a peaceful life. Live a positive life. Believe it, and try to do things that will make you happy, as well as make others happy. Somehow, the good you do to others brings joy to you. That is one principle in life. And if you think that by bringing harm onto others, destroying them to make it your own way, you will not get happiness in that. That's one thing I want to drop with you in the issue of worries. As you try to help others to solve their problem, it gives you joy. So, we shall continue in the part 2 as we go into look down into many things that could bring worries, and how we can one by one handle these worries. Remember once more to support my channel by clicking on the subscribe button and the notification bell, so that as I load the part 2 of this video, it will come to you and you will watch it. I want you to keep in touch. I will always like to see you in subsequent videos that come up. You can also, when you go to the description section, you see my email there, and other ways whereby you can communicate me or put your comments on the comment section. Thank you very much, and